Lads, ladies, fellow countrymen and women, I ask myself, and I've heard the question, do I spend the money on an expensive belt? Do I cut corners? Do I spend all my money on an optic or a rifle? Well, today we're going to go over the 511 belt system. Is it worth the money? Is it not worth the money? Should I be investing in 511? Is it half-ass? Is it kick-ass? Start the video.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Well, I thought we got hit, bro. I thought they were coming over the berm. Fellow countrymen and women, thank you guys for coming back. So obviously, as you saw, we're going over 511 belt carrier. Specifically, it's called the 511 Maverick belt. I think they changed the name. I think it used to be called 511 Battle Belt. I think that's what it was. I could be wrong. I know there is another one, and we have that belt, but it kind of sucks, and we'll go over that later. Anyway, today's the 511 Maverick. So, as you can see, excuse me, I have mine set up not in the most professional of ways, but it does my needs, right? It suits everything that I wanted. It's a slim, sleek, fast belt system. It has your 2 quick pull-out mags. You got your dump pouch, your IFAK radio holster. But by no means, in no shape or form, should you follow this exact setup. This is mine, and it's not done. It's not completely made. In this video, the only unfortunate thing is I don't have every 511 pouch, holster, whatever. I wish we could do that. We just don't have, we're not there yet. Don't have the funds to do that. Going through 511, the mag pouches, actually all the pouches, even dump pouch, radio, IFAK, they're all right. They're not the best. You could probably get an Amazon exclusive pouch that's much cheaper, much more efficient, and honestly, it's probably better, to be quite honest. So with this, we kind of Frankensteined it. I put a lot of Amazon stuff. The mag pouches, they're actually from a shop called Shields up here in North Texas. This is an Amazon exclusive. I do like this dump pouch. It's held up really well, surprisingly. Then we have an IFAK. This IFAK is 511. Now, what I like doing, and I'll mention this a lot more in other videos, but I like having this a different color. And this is primarily from a medical standpoint. Me being the EMT that I am, and some of the other medic guys out there, in my personal preference, I like having all of my medical supplies being a completely different color compared to the rest of the belt, right? So if you have a green belt, that would only make sense to have a black IFAK, black medical. If you have a coyote, green, this and that, vice versa, right? God damn, my mic is already. Now, getting into the nuts and bolts of the belt. Currently, I have webbed through my belt system, or my belt loops on my pants, the inner belt. Now this inner belt is soft Velcro. This is primarily going to be nylon. Now this is the more rigid, firm belt. It's not going to fold in on itself, right? It's nice and durable. It's got a little bit of give, but this is what the rigidness, this is where it's all coming from, is this guy. This belt right here, the outside belt, is not very rigid. It's going to fold on itself. I mean, it's got a little bit, it's got a lot more play to it. And obviously, I think that's probably because of all the weight that's on this guy. But this is where most of your structure is coming from, which I think is a good thing. I think 511 did a really good job with that. As far as the system goes, I like this system a lot better. And the inner belt, because you'll see Condor and others that are kind of aftermarket off brands. This will be the rough, hard Velcro, which I don't know why they do that. It tears up your pants. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel more natural. This is more comfortable. Plus, you can throw this on as like a Minuteman Gray Man, right? Have it on your pants ready to go. Throw this guy on, you're out the door. So let's go over the outer belt. So 511 did it right. They have the Alpine, however you pronounce it, Cobra buckle, seatbelt style, obviously. This obviously is coming up into the market. This is what everyone's rocking. This is by far my favorite. Easy on and off, makes it 10 times easier putting this stuff onto your belt. Works much better. Now, this belt, the outer belt, is also made out of nylon as well, similar to the inner belt. However, the MOLLE system is laser cut, so it's nice and tight. It holds all of your gear up a lot better. Nice and tight, that's what we want, fellas. We don't want loose. We want nice and tight. So like I said, the other 511 piece of kit is the IFAK. This guy's gonna also be made out of MOLLE. Now, in a much later video, we're gonna go over medical supplies. We're gonna go over kind of my preferences, what I like, what I dislike about medical supplies. If I like the bungee, if I don't. That's kind of a split hairs debate, but in the medical field, whether or not you like bungee. I myself like bungee only with certain things. Sometimes it gets a little bit in my way and it frustrates me, and then I'm kicking over shit and it's just not a good day. But that being said, we went over a little bit of the material and how it is. Now, other guys are going to have their preference as to what the best belt is. This is more of a middle of the road kind of belt. With just the belt itself, it retails for about $145. Now, if you want to get all their pouches and all their accessories to put on the belt, you're looking anywhere from about $250 up to like $310. Is it worth all that money? Mr. Hollywood, is it worth all that money? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I don't think so. For that price point, it's all right. It's not killer. It's not like a Ronin. It's not, you know, anything that I would be, oh yeah, dire about. Even some of the Condor belt systems, they're going to be very similar to this. And some of the Condor, even the Amazon exclusives, you could buy them and I mean, they feel pretty similar. Now, that brings me to my next point, which is, where the hell did they make this belt? So on their website, it doesn't say. I have no idea. They didn't disclose that information. 511, if you'd like to let us know where and what Chinese sweatshop you made this out of and then imported it, that'd be great. I'd like to know. But they didn't really disclose that information. I did a couple Google searches, and it seemed like everybody was kind of getting different places, from Indonesia. There was another one that started with the M. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it seemed as if they got a lot of parts from Malaysia and places like this, and then imported it all, built it. Maybe they built it here in the US, I'm not certain. There's a lot of contradictions on the internet, as the internet is. So I'm not entirely certain where they made this. I can say that they definitely imported all their materials and they probably built it here. That's my guess, that's my theory. But is it similar to an Amazon belt? Well, we're gonna have a video on an Amazon exclusive battle belt. And honestly, they're pretty similar, man. Because the main question is, okay, well, if I buy an Amazon belt, is it the same as a 511? Are they similar? I'm spending anywhere from $145 to $250 on a 511 belt, and then I'm spending $100 on everything for an Amazon. I have all the pouches, everything that you could want. Pretty similar buckle system, very similar in the exact same inner and outer belt system they had, maybe a different material. Now, my theory is too with all this is that the sweatshop that made the Amazon one versus the sweatshop that made the 511 one probably spent a little bit more time, maybe a little bit more money. They definitely did the laser cut, that's for sure. The Amazon exclusive sweatshops that they built it, who knows? I'm not certain. Maybe they didn't spend as much time, maybe they did. Some of them are pretty decent. But my recommendations, final thoughts. Is the belt system worth it? I'm going to say kind of. And the only reason I say that is because I have one. I do like it. I do enjoy it. It has been through mud and camping and walking through all kinds of crap. However, I think you can cut corners. I don't think you have to buy everything 511. I think if you get just the Maverick belt and then put aftermarket parts from Amazon, from Cry, from wherever, I think you'll be just fine. I wouldn't buy the 511 pouches and the IFAC. The IFAC's all right. I'll tell you this. Go to the store, try it on, see if you like it. I would buy an Amazon one that you can easily return and then compare the two. Hell, even take it into the store. Take it into 511. Maybe they'll give you a discount. Go in there and show them your nuts. Walk into 511 with an Amazon belt and be like, I don't know, man. Mr. Hollywood said this kind of sucks. Can I get it for 50 bucks? I think you could probably get away with an Amazon belt that's going to be pretty similar. The only issue is you're not going to get the laser cut, and it may not hold up as long as the 511. That's a very likely possibility, but time will only tell, right? Lads, ladies, fellow countrymen and women, thank you guys for tuning into this. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about the belt. Everybody that has one, let me know how much you hate it, how much you love it. I don't really care. I'm very curious of what you guys think. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think you can probably cheap out on a belt. That's just my theory. I think what you definitely should spend your money on is a proper backpack, a proper recce bag. I think definitely spend money on a proper sights and proper rifle opposed to the gear. Your battle belt, I know everybody loves, and you know it's kind of the latest and greatest thing coming up in the market, but is it going to do everything you want it to do? Kind of. I don't think you need to spend the 145. I think you can kind of cheap out, get something that works a little bit better, get an actually get the belt, right? Get an Amazon exclusive, then buy the Austria Alpine buckle, right? That's kind of a win-win. That's a middle of the road right there. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, but most importantly, like, comment, subscribe videos like this one, promote First A, Second A, our Constitution, and our often forgotten Declaration of Independence. Go promote all of that. The algorithms they have. Don't let these monarchs take over our society. Go support good American culture, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.